Kaikora, where the mountains meet the sea. Welcome to Kaikora, a beautiful coastal town in New Zealand. It is famous for whales, dolphins, and seals. The ocean here is deep and full of marine life. You can go whale watching and see giant sperm whales. Behind the town, tall mountains rise straight from the sea. Kaikora is also known for its fresh seafood, especially crayfish. People come here to relax, walk by the coast, and enjoy nature. Kaikora is peaceful, wild, and unforgettable.
You won't believe this whale watching trip I did in Kaikora. We went out on this cruise just off the coast, and I actually saw these massive sperm whales in the wild. It was unreal. While we were out there, the crew were telling us all about the animals, and we ended up seeing fur seals, loads of dolphins, and even this huge wandering albatross. The crew shared all this science stuff and local Maori stories about the ocean, which made it even more interesting. They also keep the group small, so it didn't feel crowded at all. The whole thing was about 2 hours, and yeah, it was honestly one of the best things I've ever done.
You won't believe the walk we did around the Kaikora Peninsula. It was absolutely amazing. We started off by visiting the seal colony, and there were so many of them lounging on the rocks and playing in the water. It was so funny to watch. As we continued along the trails, the views just kept getting better and better. We stopped at a few different viewpoints, and from each one, the ocean looked endless, and the mountains behind the town were so dramatic. The air was fresh, and the whole place felt peaceful. I kept taking photos because every turn had something stunning to see. We saw birds flying over the cliffs, and even a few dolphins swimming in the distance. Walking around the peninsula for 3 hours in the beautiful sunshine was the perfect way to enjoy Kaikora's natural beauty, and I honestly couldn't stop smiling the whole time.
Kaikora is really old. Maori people lived here for hundreds of years before Europeans even arrived. They called it Kaikora, which means food from the crayfish, because the area was full of seafood. When Europeans came in the 1800s, they started building small settlements, and soon whaling and fishing became important jobs. The town grew slowly, but it stayed small and friendly. Today, around 2,000 people live there, which is tiny compared to big cities. The streets are quiet, and you can still see the mountains rising straight from the sea. I walked around the town and learned that Kaikora has faced earthquakes, including a big one in 2016, but the community stayed strong and rebuilt everything. It's amazing to see how people respect both the land and the ocean here. Walking along the coast, you can feel the history all around, from Maori traditions to the old whaling stories, and yet it's alive with wildlife and stunning nature. Honestly, visiting Kaikora makes you feel like you've stepped back in time, but in the most beautiful way.